Why the fuck these niggas wanna go against the grain? Yeah. Why the fuck these niggas wanna drag a nigga name? True story. I know some niggas who hurt me, they hurt me. A couple bitches who hurt me, they hurt me. The jury don't want me to make it. The DA, I know that he working. Oh, he working. Prosecutors wanna help me. What? I'm hoping they don't do me dirty. It's 40, I got the bitch dirty. Shoot on go, you shoot perfect. What? I got 100 on me. The devil ride me in my sleep. I break a bitch in the week. Little bitch, I'm not what you think. I stood in the field with my hitters. I kept that rocket on me. I do. Hate that I had to get rid of my niggas. I heard that was plotting on me. Always true. For the love of money, my homies, they turned they back. Same niggas that still owe me on the pack. Say they gon' check me. My closest friends I knew since we was kids. Say they gon' whack me. But I ain't lying, I'm slanging 9. And bitch, they know that, so get at me. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up, it get fucked up. Just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up, it get fucked up. Just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. I would've killed for you niggas. Now I can't deal with you niggas. Talking to the Grim Reaper, finna get rid of you niggas. So sick of these niggas, claiming they healers and killers. They not showing out for them bitches, flexing on Instagram. Bill, do a talk with it on my life, on my mama. We gon' be straight. My partner looked me in my face before I took that case. And what it do? Then a nigga turn state, other homie turn slave. But I can't be real with these niggas. How can they do me that way? I was broke in a bitch, oh, I'm hustling, I'm on my grind, yeah. Work my way up to a quarter pound, selling down, babe. I spent 250 for the shit. It's gonna cook, I'm hitting leaves. My nigga hit me for some tips. Shouldn't have showed him where it is. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up, it get fucked up. Just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up, it get fucked up. Just hold it down and keep it solid. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Have you ever gave your last $20 to a nigga that you love? And that same nigga you call your partner, talk about you, drag your name through the mud.
What's happening? I ain't been on in a minute, so I haven't been on. Oh, Courtney Love shit. She sent something in. Courtney, let me know what you want to talk about. Thank you for hitting the motherfucking lifetime check. Let me know what you want me to talk about since I'm already on live. But however, I want to talk about Mo3 today. Mo3 was somebody, he was a rapper out of Dallas, Texas. And when I saw the dude, I really liked his music, really dug his music. But it was always apparent in his music that he was dealing with some demons and some enemies, if you will. So let me kind of go down to kind of what happened with Mo3. Here is what happened with Mo3. Yeah, hello. Yo, what's up, man? I need to get the truck. Yeah, I'm at the house. All right, cool. All right. So this is what happened to Mo3. For those of y'all who just coming into the room, this is what happened to Mo3. So, I mean, if you just saw that video, whatever, you just saw that the guy was full of life, and with this guy, he was very, very unique in the fact that he was able to blend blues, kind of old school blues, with trap music, with R&B, and he made it kind of uniquely his own. And you would see this guy kind of he would do interviews, and in his interviews he kind of always addressed the fact that people was at his head. you know he addressed the fact that people was at his head. Let me go and find some of these interviews. um okay, here is a little bit of an interview. This is on Vlad TV. Y'all know how I feel about Vlad. So let's go ahead and listen to some of his interviews.
BG Knockout, he used to roll with Eazy-E. He's a Crip, from Compton, who'd been in and out of prison his whole life. And he said something very interesting, about the concept of snitching. So you would not snitch on your worst enemy?
No, I can't. No, I wouldn't. See, there's a thing. Let me just tell you this. Now, this is something I tried to talk to my homies about, if they remember, right? But like certain gangs or certain races and groups have certain policies. You ever heard the book called The Art of War?
Yeah, Sun Tzu.
Okay, so this is one of the books that, prison gangs and groups read in jail. They study this book and they live by it. Now, the whites in prison and the Mexicans, for the most part, have a policy that they can tell on anybody that's not a part of their group. It comes from the art of war. It's pretty much, getting rid of your enemy by any means. And the greatest war fought is the greatest war won is one that you don't have to fight necessarily, right? So they have this thing, and one thing that I do know is that if you at war, at odds with somebody or with an enemy, and you don't fight the war the same way, you're probably not gonna win. If you're not willing to go to the same extreme, you're probably not gonna win. So I presented this idea to my homeboys, you know what I mean? And they so stuck on the old days, like, you know what I mean? Like the old ways that hasn't gotten us anywhere.
From your point of view, when it comes to snitching, are you allowed to snitch on your enemies, or are you just not allowed to snitch at all?
Listen, if you out here doing something you ain't got no business doing, you need to stand up on all 10 toes that God gave you and be a man and accept your consequences. You don't need to, if you're not gonna do that, you don't need to even be jumping in that game. Like, that's just point blank period. Don't need, like, you sign up for boxing and you get punched in the mouth, you can't be crying. You sign up to be a chef in the kitchen and the fire jump up out the stove and burn you, you can't be trying to sue these people saying that they kiss. If you ain't got no business doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay out, just leave it alone. The streets is the streets. Stay on the sidewalk.
Stay on the sidewalk. Have you had a situation where people snitched on you?
My best friend.
Your best friend snitched on you?
Best friend.
Can you talk about that situation?
Yes, that's what I went to prison for.
Your show gonna be. For the 2 years.
About 10, 15 minutes.
Over that robbery. Oh, it was 4 robberies.
4. I only had 2, but I took his 2. After I took his 2, he still told on me. I already took your 2. What did you tell for?
Okay, wait, hold on. This sounds crazy. So you had 4 robberies.
I had 2.
You had 2 robberies you've been charged.
And I came back and got indicted 2 more times. But I'm knowing that these not mine. It's cool. I'm gonna take my partner charge. I'm already in here. He not in here. I'm already in here. You went and told on me. Why I was gonna take. I was already taking the charge anyway. Right.
So your best friend, who I guess was involved in all this whole time,
yeah,
You get caught.
Okay, I'm gonna get off of this interview. I'm gonna go to this other one where he's talking about, you know, a little bit more.
Yellow Beezy's dope, man. I think, you know, when you see people like you and Yellow Beezy and Go Yayo and everything else like that, I think that you guys are lifting Dallas, you know, just the perception of Dallas a lot. When Yellow Beezy got shot up, what were your thoughts about that?
Shit, I gotta stay out the way.
Okay.
It's real out here. Shit, niggas get hit up every day. Like, it's the world. Like, you know, somebody right now, we talking right now. Somebody right now probably getting shot up right now. Like, shit, you gotta stay out the way, man.
There was a song that you dropped recently, and in the beginning of the intro, it's like a couple people talking, and it mentions you and Yellow Beezy, but I didn't really understand what it meant. Can you explain that?
Yeah, nah, you know, they was misinformed about some rap beef, and I was like, nah, I ain't got no rap beef with nobody. I ain't got no rap beef with no rap in my city. No rap beef, and they was just all that was just something that they heard. You know, shit. You know, they not in the street, so you know, their job is to report like the news. So you know, they just going out what they heard. And, you know, so like, nah, I just cleared it up on my interview when I went up there and talked to them. Like, nah, ain't no rap beef, ain't no problem, man.
Now, what happened between you and Trap Boy Freddy?
What?
Trap Boy Freddy.
What you mean? What happened?
I mean, there was a story that y'all had some sort of situation, and there was supposed to be some surveillance footage. You know, someone getting ran down on the street or something.
Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't know about nobody running down no street.
Well, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now.
Pull it up.
Shows some. I'm pulling it up. So I guess he claimed that he ran you down last year, and there's some surveillance footage. And I guess you responded.
Do you see somebody running down the street?
I do now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you're saying that all of that is just nonsense?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Internet be reaching.
I've had Trap Boy Freddy on my show.
Shout out to all the rappers in my city. We is doing our thing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, as y'all see, man, the guy Mo3, he had a beef with the boy with a rapper by the name of Trap Boy Freddy. And let me show y'all Trap Boy Freddy, man. 1 second. Trap Boy Freddy is a nigga that wears an old school mullet, you know. So here we go. Let's see here. This is Trap Boy Freddy right here. And, you know, this nigga looks like a BG from the old school No Limit group, the Hot Boys. You know, if y'all remember them from back in the 90s, this is who Trap Boy Freddy resembles. Okay. My bad, y'all. Wrong picture. Fucked up. Give me 1 second. This is Trap Boy Freddy right here. Okay. So this is Trap Boy Freddy. Him and this guy Mo3, they had beef. Okay. And this has not been confirmed, but it is suspected that Trap Boy Freddy's crew members killed the guy Mo3. Now, Mo3, if you just listen to the previous interview that I just played, Mo3 laughed the beef off. And this was very, very, very cautionary, if you will, to me. And it actually inspired me to go ahead and just do a live today, because a lot of what's going on, or a lot of this involves the art of not really laying low. If you know that you have problems, you know, if you know that you got beef out here in the streets, then the best bet is to lay low. You know, when you see these two guys, you know, they rappers, don't get me wrong, but they iced out full of diamond chains. They very flashy, very gaudy in their appearance, diamonds in their teeth. Some of that is the country boy shit, but a lot of that it kind of lends to the lifestyle of gluttony, right? Gluttony. And gluttony means habitual greed or excess of eating. Okay. So it's gluttonous in the fact that if you got the money, if you got the fame or what have you, you don't need to show everything that you got. You know, you showing off excess, you're doing too much. But gluttony is not just access and eating, it's access in everything that you're doing, or excess in everything that you're doing. So you're going too far with showing what you have. You're going too far and saying who you are. You are overplaying this gangster hand. And it's a certain vow to the game that every gangster knows that when you get into the game of gang banging, your days are numbered by virtue of the fact that you gang bang. I'm gonna say that one more time. When you get into the lifestyle, when you get into the gangster life, the gangster living, all of the shit that's in these rap songs is not real. Niggas who done really been out here in the streets, they tell you that you could talk about, yeah, I'm TRIP TRAP till I DIE. I'm pimping till I die. That is against all sense as a human to stay in one place. That's arrested development on a psychological level. So for these two guys, these two warring factions to be going back and forth and basically butting heads over something that was as minuscule, it might have started over a bitch, might have started over some petty money. This problem that has led up to this guy Mo3 being murdered is probably something that each one of these guys, it probably made every bit of maybe $300,000. Now, when you get $300,000, man, you're supposed to go buy you some pussy, buy you some jewelry, buy you some cars, buy you some clothes, buy you some hoes. But wanting to kill another nigga, killing another nigga, it does two things. Even if you get away with it, it stops the flow of your money. But this is egotism at its finest. And neither one of these guys learned the art of laying low. Now, let me take you to this interview with the Trap Boy Freddy guy, where he talks about this situation, and he basically kind of alludes to the fact, if you're reading in between the lines, that, you know, he's happy that the guy's dead and his folks basically killed him.
Talking and doing all that in your videos, nigga. God don't like ugly. I believe in God. I don't believe in no nigga. I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe none of you peoples. Everybody cut through the motherfucker. Shit. That nigga would do anything to be number one. Hey, nigga, I'm the nigga in Dallas who had everybody together, nigga. Remember that shit. Get that shit from that nigga. He finna come bother me. I'm the nigga who had everybody together, nigga. He didn't want to be with everybody. And everybody talking about unity. Nigga, it's still unity. Nigga, it ain't no smoke. I don't care about that shit. But all that stupid shit, man, it's bullshit. I'll let that shit go, bro. I love my city. My city love me. It's you out of town folks that's tripping. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on, you dumb motherfucker. Y'all talking about all this weak ass shit. But I know how it go. It's life. I've been used to be the bad guy my whole motherfucking life. Shit. Nigga been counting me out a long time ago. But this what I don't understand. You dumb motherfuckers didn't just see this stupid ass nigga just fucking saying how that motherfucking video started. Bitch, you had me laughing. You were my partner, I would have called you laughing for that shit too. What the hell say? Hold up. I know my eyes ain't tripping on me. I know my motherfucking eyes ain't in the hospital talking about he had a fucking wreck. Like he didn't fucking get hit up at the live last week. Bitch ass lying ass nigga, some. Nigga talking about his leg hurt. My leg hurt. Nigga, get up.
Bitch! Oh, fuck! Who the fuck say, man, why you say that? That shit was funny in a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny in a bitch. Get up! I like to think back. Get up, Craig. When Craig got up, he knocked his bitch ass the fuck out, though. Hey, but man, I don't really give a fuck about that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then you was telling me, I got in a fucking car wreck, bro. That's just light ass shit. Nigga, that shit you was talking about was in September, stupid. You should have said it in September. Should have said that shit in September. Fuck you wait already, motherfucking October and November. One of them days, bro. I don't remember that shit no more. That shit was old in the bitch when you told. Talking about you don't tell nobody. Nigga, everybody knew that shit, nigga. Fucking, and you just like.
So basically, you see the guy going back and forth here, not showing any remorse, and I apologize in advance because that was not the clip that I wanted to show you. The clip I wanted to show you was actually this. This went down right after the murder took place. So here you go.
Man, whoever got the freeway blocked out need to get y'all together, dog. God, Nick ain't get on the fucking freeway. Man, Law got the freeway blocked off all the way on Polk, dog. What the fuck they got going? I got the young bull with me too, nigga. Yeah. Slack. What's happening? Yeah. I got my brother's. I'll be covered in. Just around. Gonna pop some bottles, bitch. It's bottle popping time. House party time. Butt naked time. Yeah. Pump the gas. Hey, y'all need to stop tripping on the internet, man. Y'all tripping, bro. I'm just on that big truck, nigga. Y'all go subscribe right now. YouTube channel, motherfucking swipe up Apple Music, bitch. All that shit I'm saying, nigga, that's all the fucking CD, bitch. This shit dropped a week or two or three ago, motherfucker. Get that shit, nigga. Chill.
Anyway, listen. In all of that, basically what transpired is Mo3 was murdered. Trap Boy Freddy is probably suspect number one. And he's all but gloating at the fact that this guy was murdered. Now, to bring this thing back home, Mo3 precipitated his own demise. Yeah, I'm not here for feelings. I'm just here for facts. The rap artist Mo3 precipitated his own demise by not laying low. He was not laying low. Sometimes it's not worth all of the talking and all of the other bullshit and theatrics that come along with the game. You know, sometimes it's just better just to lay low. You know, even if you get hit, even if you take an L, it's temporary L's to play a long-term game. All right. And what happened, as you kind of heard the guy Trap Boy Freddy say, you know, you went out and you basically taunted some guys who were shot at, and you kind of played your hand close. And by doing all of that, by doing that excessive things, that gluttonous ass behavior, you know, by rubbing shit in, then you basically precipitated your own death. Now, for somebody to get out on a freeway in broad daylight, because he was murdered about midday on Friday, or, you know, midday Thursday, midday Friday, he got out the car, was chased down, shot in the back of the head, and basically hit up and was dead on the highway. That is a crime of passion. Somebody was in there, they was trying to really get to you, because it's not ordinary for somebody to get out and kill you in broad daylight. With, you know, I want to say, what, 100, 200 witnesses who would have saw you. Most of these people, you can't go and kill a witness on the highway, man. You don't know where the fuck these people are from. You don't know who they are. So for somebody to go and kill this guy, they were really trying to get at him. But in most of his interviews, he was talking and he was sounding like, well, fuck them, I'm a gangster. This is the way the gangsters rock, this is the way the gangsters get down. And all of that shit is fine. I'm from these streets or whatever. My brother here, he just came in from Atlanta. He from these same streets I'm from. We grew up fighting our goddamn self. As a matter of fact, we from that murder capital. So me and my brother, we used to have to walk through the most dangerous part of St. Louis City every day growing up. Or whatever. You remember that shit, man? When we used to have to walk through Old Fallon Park, walk through fairgrounds and all of that shit back in the day. Yeah. And the number one thing of it is niggas can fight. Niggas ain't afraid to pull that shit out. We ain't afraid to do anything. But the point of it is why does it have to get there? Why does it have to get there? At some point, you just got to say, man, listen, enough is enough. Hey, it is what it is. You have to let shit be. Now, it's a strategy in warfare. It's called defensive warfare. Is you have to consider the economical strategy of your warfare. Now, straight from the 33 strategies of war, it says that pick your battles carefully. This is principle number 8. And point 3, principle number 8. Our energies and skills only take us so far. We must know our limits and pick your battles carefully. Consider the hidden cost of war, the time lost, the political goodwill squandered, the embittered enemy bent on revenge. Sometimes it's better to wait to undermine your enemies covertly rather than hitting them straight on. For example, Winston Churchill said, "You will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks." Now, the trick is discerning which dogs not only bark, but also bite. The explanation: you'll be surprised how few of them do, and even fewer if given the opportunity. Control your ego and ignore the insignificant rest. Do not let your pride worsen the situations. Some battles you cannot win. Never start them in the first place. Know your limits. Some battles you can win, but at too high a cost. So ultimately, this rap artist, Mo3, he won the battle, which was he got on the internet and he was able to talk shit. And he was able to say, yeah, nigga, we hit you up. We shot you in the leg. He won that battle. But he lost the ultimate warfare, which was his life, because the cost was too high. The cost was too high. Okay? Pick your battles carefully. We all have limitations. Our energies and skills will only take us so far. We must know our limits and pick your battles carefully. Consider the hidden cost of war, time lost, political goodwill squandered, an embittered enemy bent on revenge. Sometimes it's better to wait to undermine your enemies covertly rather than hitting them straight on. Number 10. And I will read you the 3 strategies of warfare that we have to think about today. The best way to fight off aggressors is to keep them from attacking you in the first place. Build up a reputation. You're a little crazy. Fighting you is not worth it. Uncertainty is sometimes better than an overt threat. If your opponents are never sure what messing with you will cause, they will not want to find out. Okay? So now, if he was to have hired some off-duty police officers as security, then that would have probably made the folks think twice about running up on him. If his enemies would have said something, he would have just laid back and said, okay, I see y'all, but now I'm about to make a power move. And then that's that. And the reality of it is that if it was that much infighting in Dallas, he should have moved out. If it was that much infighting in Dallas, he could have moved 4 hours down the road to Houston and avoided the problem completely. He could have moved 2 hours down the road to Austin, Texas, and avoided the problem completely. He could have moved up to Atlanta and avoided the problem completely. He could have moved to Miami and avoided this problem completely. But when you are young, you have young men, you got bravado, you have ego and pride. Young men feel like there's always something to prove. When he left behind 3 children, the only thing that you have to prove is to your children and possibly your children's mother. But he had 3 kids that he left behind over ego, over pride. Now, this is the example of the deterrent strategy. In 1862, Stonewall Jackson put up a dominant, intimidating act against George McClellan during the American Civil War by pointing out all of his opponent's flaws. The explanation: building a reputation from being a force of nature, a force to be reckoned with. Unpredictability, madness, sudden and bold aggression is terrifying. Plant a seed of doubt in your opponent's mind and feed his paranoia. Make them believe that they cannot will and they will retreat. To scare them means to break them, but be careful. Your opponent may call you bluff if you're unwilling to back up your words with actions. Don't merely bark. These are deterrent strategies. The second deterrent strategy, and after this, we get up out of here. Retreat in the face of a strong enemy is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. By resisting the temptation to respond to an aggressor, you buy yourself valuable time to recover, to think, to gain perspective. Sometimes you can accomplish most by doing nothing. An example is at the beginning of the Chinese Civil War, Mao Zedong communists were forced to retreat. They had a national party fought. They had the national party fought at that time. They would not have won. Had they have fought the national party, they wouldn't have won. But the communists took the opportunity to gather support by uniting the peasantry, defeating the nationalists in 1949 with a decided advantage. This is similar to the surrender tactic. Napoleon Bonaparte said, space, we can recover. Time, never. You grant your opponent a small win in order to take up more space to grow your leverage and weaken the enemy before the battle. Frustrate them by fighting on your own terms. Now, what is the message behind all of this? All right, I'm going to go here. The message at the end of all of this is sometimes you just have to lay low. Sometimes you have to give it a rest. Sometimes you just have to say, fuck it, and just take an L. Sometimes, because he lost more than everybody else in this whole shindig. Nobody knows who the hell Trap Boy Freddy is outside of Dallas. Mo3 was signed to the rap artist Lil Boosie Badass, as he likes to be called now. He goes by several different monikers, all involving the name Boosie somewhere. Now, he lost the most because he had the most, he was the most versatile artist, being the fact that he was blending traditional gospel with blues, with R&B, with soul music, and also with the rapping and the trap style music. Yeah, man, I know. He was mirroring all of these different styles of music. And the fact that he was mirroring all these different styles of music, he had the most potential to become a dynamic artist. But all of that was cut short, and he ultimately lost the war because he was so caught up on proving he was the man. And 9 times out of 10 on the gangster, pimp to pimp, street to street level, it most of the time the folks who you are proving something to don't have shit in the first place. But with that being said, that was my show. That was my message for today. Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. Again, Courtney Love, text me what you want me to do the show on. She she sit there in the motherfucking lifetime check. So go ahead and text me what you want to do the show about, what topic you want me to cover. I think that you kind of told me the topic, but go ahead and send it on in. If y'all want to hit the merch up, then go ahead, hit up the merch. Y'all, in 1 second, before we go and get up out of here, let me take y'all over here. Let me take y'all to a special place. Real quick, let me do my little infomercial before I'm up out of here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. If you or a family member or anyone that you know would like to get into the business, or if anybody that you know is looking for puppies, then exclusively over here at lynchpinpresses.com, we got puppies on deck. You feel me? We got puppies on deck. Over here, you go to www.lynchpinpresses.com. Okay. Go and drop a flag there. You can also message at info@lynchpinpresses.com. Okay. So you can send an email to lynchpinpresses, info@lynchpinpresses.com. Okay. And there are puppies that are on deck. However, I ain't gonna hold y'all all day, man. I want y'all to get to church, to doing whatever y'all gotta do, man. So with no further ado, let me go ahead and take y'all to the bridge. Y'all be safe, y'all be easy, and most of all, man, y'all be safe. All right, people. Okay. Let me go ahead, cue up my music real quick. Here we go.
Come on, everybody, put your hands together. Is there anybody want to go over yonder? I can't hear you. Can I get a witness? I say, anybody want to go over yonder? Let me hear you say yes. I can't hear you. Want to shake the roof over this building and say yes. Well, I heard about heaven. I heard about the streets were paved with gold. Can I get a witness? And I heard that there were 12 gates to that city. You want to know what else is over yonder? There will be singing over yonder. Over yonder. Singing over there. Over there. We're only gonna sing together. Get together. How we gonna get joy? One another. When we live. Sweet wind. Come on, clap your hands. Hey, that was the shot. gonna really enjoy. Then we will. Yeah. Come on, somebody. Come on. Put your hands together. Listen. Now we'll keep preaching over yonder. Talking about preaching over there. When all the God's preachers get together. How they gonna enjoy?